Howdy! Hey! Today we are doing case 3 of the Great Ace Attorney. And let me just check again quickly that the stream has audio, because that was an issue occasionally at the start of the stream. Sounds like it does though, so that is progress. We've got Switch audio. We left off immediately after case 2 yesterday, which was kind of bonkers. So we are currently making our way to England. And Ryu needs to learn how to be a lawyer before we get there, or else we will be immediately sent back to Japan and Susato will lose out on her study opportunity.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
Will? I thought you were asleep. Howdy!
Like I'm dreaming.
So
Look,
this
they're all
is the
British.
capital of
Are you
Great
hearing
Britain.
this?
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure.
It's 9 AM. I don't want to sleep. It's nearly 10.
I
Tell me to
suppose
sleep.
you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so.
Indeed.
Well
British.
then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Well, it's kind of scary here, huh? The big gears is so neat. Living inside a clock. Hell yeah. That's where Lord Chief Justices reside. That's their habitat. Oh, nervous. I don't know how this is gonna go for us. I gotta prove I can do law good. I have 0 qualifications. You law very good? Thanks, Will. The guy who was supposed to law very good died on the way here, so I'm supposed to take his place, and I have had 40 days to learn every single bit of law. Oh! We got Guy! He looks scary, but his words are nice. Ryu, that's not really a vote of confidence in your favor. This is the Lord Justice, huh? I really want to have a look around, but I feel like we should talk to him first. The sun never sets on the British Empire. Yeah, that's really the era we're in right now. Japan is working so hard to strike an allegiance. London's got kind of an ego about it, huh? Where do you think I get mine? Right, okay, so you're smug because you're British, is that it? Keys, hi! Wait, we're at case 3 already. I need to finish watching the last one. We're at case 3 already! We're pushing through. Last one was... It was a case! I'm still grieving. I don't know if we'll finish case 3 today. I think today's gonna be a shorter stream, so you'll have time. Wait, I need you to answer this, yeah? There it is, the sun will never set on the British Empire. Was our boyfriend really gone? He's, I am so fucking sorry. Yes. I kept waiting. The end of the case was so, and you think it's this, but it's this, and you think it's this, but it's this, and I was like, and you think Kazuma's dead, but he's not, right? But, if there's a reveal like that, it hasn't happened yet. Ooh, I miss him so much. oh look, and here's the conversation about him. I'm still reeling from it, you know, it was so unexpected. I trusted you. Me too. We are both fools for trusting the Great Ace Attorney though, because this is very on par. This is very Mia Fey. Very Ace Attorney to Miles Edgeworth. I am going to die. No, Mr. Strongheart, don't cancel our study tour. You're so sexy, huh? We thought they wouldn't pull a Mia Fey a second time because we're fools. Yeah. But you can't just do it twice and have it work. And yet... Ooh. I studied law real good, Mr. Strongheart. Please let me stay. I'll take Kazuma's place. I will be a Poga's lawyer. We have a lawyer from the country. You can do it, Ryu. This is why Kazuma normally steps in and says all the right words. But Kazuma can't step in anymore. I'm in mourning. Actually, there's no one! Don't worry about it! What? Ryu, don't mention that. You could have lied. You did solve true murder mysteries, though. My only qualification is that I've been accused of murder twice. Please accept me as a lawyer. $50 days? Yeah, we spent the whole Kazuma thing happened like 10 days in, and so then we spent 40 days studying law. Hog? Hog? Put me on a random case. Nervous. Kazuma was very mysterious. He was very, my headband blows in the wind. Headband? Headband blows in the wind. And I need you to make me a promise, and I'm not gonna communicate much else. What else was he planning to do here? If Loki, what did you agree to? Exactly. I'm nervous. Thank you, Mr. Strongheart. That is so poggers, Mr. Strongheart. Pog! We get a free case! We didn't even have to be accused of murder to get this one. Pog, that's what we're best at. This feels like a setup. Okay, so this guy's life is on the line. That's 100% of our experience! Exactly. If you gave me a theft or something, I wouldn't know what to do about it. Not toying with a man's life. We'll just win. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't lose, dummy. It's so easy. All we've got to do is believe in him. This will be kind of hard for Ryu, I think, because so far he hasn't had to worry about whether or not anyone's innocent, because he knows that he's innocent. Just win, bro. Exactly. Easy clap. Of course I'll do it. This is what Kazuma would do. Kazuma would believe in me, and I'm gonna believe in my client, and we're gonna win. And he will be acquitted, and he will not face capital punishment. Yes, sir. No! Let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it. Ryu! He's giving up so quickly. Your conviction, Ryu. Get his ass. I love him so much. He is so poggers. He is so full of integrity. Beloved. Pog. It's us or nothing. We're gonna get a Poggers objection moment where we walk in at the perfect moment and yell out something loud. Let's get dangerous! So if it's very straightforward and hard to lose, Mr. Strongheart, why does this man have no defense? Why won't anyone take the case? Thank you, Mr. Strongheart. I don't have a good read on you. You might be an evil villain, or maybe you're just a guy. Inspires Edgewise all over again. Yeah. He's so clipped tone. Okay, let's... I don't think we have time to look around here, right? Let's go. Pog, we made it! I wish we had been about 15 minutes later. Maybe I should have stayed so longer around. There's something so good about a dramatic entrance. Very curious to learn the particulars of this case. Sato is so cute, I love her. Right? I like her little Sherlock Holmes fascination. You and me both, baby. British? Oh boy. Okay. We've gone full accent, I see. Peculiar. Huh? I think you've got the wrong idea, sir. What the hell? What the hell? Huh? What is going on here? Is this our client? Is this red wire looking motherfucker? For real! I did not like red wire. And I don't think I like this guy, but I am going to believe in him wholeheartedly. Whatever you're accused of doing, or the murder, you did not do the murder. No. Please introduce yourself. Willy Wonka? If Willy Wonka was red white, you get this guy. Magnus McGilded. Okay. Anger. But you didn't do it, right? Please say you didn't do it. I can't take another Matt Angle trial. Okay, he seems alright if a bit unorthodox. Yeah! He's very, eccentric. Oh. Cranky, cranky. We can push through. This guy's bizarre. That's okay. We'll make sure he doesn't die. Huh? This is where we meet Barak. Okay, okay. This is Edgeworth all over again. It is an Edgeworth allegory. I'm so excited right now. I cannot wait to meet what? My words. I cannot wait to meet Barak. Even the most exceptionally talented prosecutor can't win if the client's not guilty. Oh, this is exciting. This is fun. What do you mean, how would that have worked for you? That's what you did. Ryu, expert in defending himself from murder. Welcome Dina Mueller. Hold on. Dina Samuels. There we go. Dina. Hi. Thank you for following. Right? Ryu, what are you on about? Expert in defending yourself. Okay. Scary prosecutor, case we know nothing about, super weird client, first time in a law of court in Britain. We're fine! We've got this on lock! Let's go! Oh! Interesting. Okay. Do we have 5 judges? Of course, Sato. Oh, baby. Oh! His dramatic cape? I'm excited. Love the flair. Sir? Excuse me? Just you wait. We are going to wipe that smug right off your face. We love a dramatic bitch. This man is lopping a vampire in court. Respect. Okay, I've got nothing in the court record. Who else is gonna do it, Your Honor? Interesting, so he's well respected. I thought maybe he was full of shit. That's very interesting. Oh, okay, so these are jurors. Very interesting. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Six of them? Okay, I can't count either. Back after a 5-year break, huh? Sir? 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 Oh, we love an edgy prosecutor. Antiques, I've heard you're a problematic fave, but I really hope you're not that problematic. I suppose we'll see. He's pretty. I didn't like his comment about Ryu's eyes earlier, but... There's been a lot in this game where I'm like, well that's kind of sussy, but in the end it's written with the intention of coming off that way. It's like, Britain is really out here being weirdos. But let's see what he gets up to. Okay, Pog, we're filling up the court record. Like, that's kinda not Poggers. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Is this everything we're getting for now? Cool. Okay, we've got Kazuma's armband. It's the same symbol. That's pretty cool. You were caught with a gun? Yeah. And you were caught in the wardrobe inside the locked room. Oh, they have a little tie. This is a good reference. What do they say on the inside? Oh, it's his name. Okay, on top to report. So the victim was the thrice-fired Mason, who was 54, who was stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. And then he died from the internal bleeding. And that was on the 15th of February, 2011. But he sure was stabbed. Okay. He's missing a button. And then we've got the gloves. That's a stubble, right? There's a knife in here. That was a good try though, Ryuu. Alright. Is that the only detail on them? The blood? Got no other marks? Nothing in them? Okay. Alright, that's all of our evidence. He's desperate, but at least he's smart. Sometimes. Yeah, he's doing his best. Did he just say there were only 2 passengers on the bus? Oh my fucking- okay. This is getting less and less ideal. Interesting. His stupid little sassy point. Gosh, I hate him compliment. Yeah! There is something so appealing about an edgy little sassy baby. Okay. Arok is so intimidating. Oof. I like Ace Attorney's habit of giving those scary, mean, scary prosecutors a cravat. Like, you know, a tie is fine, but you know what's evil? A cravat. Pog. Okay, okay. Witnesses. We can make do with these. What a little ragtag bunch. Is he, you know? Is he, you know, a prosecutor? Let me go over the names again, sorry, 1 second. We got Beppo, we got Bruce Fairplay, and we got Lady First. I'm still able to slide around and look at the other. No, okay, I'm not. In that first case, we were able to look from witness to witness, but we can't do that right now. We just got here. We just got here. What? Are we gonna go outside, or is he gonna bring a bus into court? Because I would not be surprised if this man brings a bus into court. He brought a bus into court. I hooked to be a raisin. He brought a whole ass bus into court. But they weren't on the top. Okay, so there were other people on top of the bus? I see. Yeah. I'm having the same thought process, Keys. Fog, we got a whole omnibus as evidence. Shared brain cell, hell yeah. Okay, so things look quite bad right now. This is kind of fucked up. Wait a minute. This isn't... Was it a lighting thing? I thought the walls were yellow. weirdly shaped door. I want to have another look at the photo first before we go any further. Oh, I suppose they are green and it's just the light on them. Okay. Alright, we got posters. It just looks like the Eiffel Tower. That'll let us out again. You got notices. Oh. This is the Great Exhibition again. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Little snark at the British public transport system. What was that blue thingy at the corner of the skylight? I missed it. Was it this, like, pole? Or was there something else? I did not see a blue thing, but if you saw the edge of the pole from the side of screen, that would make sense. I think if I click on it, I'll just get the skylight. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's have a look at the outside. They were both sitting on this seat, I suppose. The door on each side. It's lucky. We've got the thing that connects it to the horses. Huh? Huh? The Who What Omnibus? Hello? Mr. Wright? You're not born yet! You're not born for a good long while yet! Okay, that might genuinely be everything we can look up now. The man himself! He's evidence in court! You studied this bit, right, Ryu? Good deep breath. He's so cute. Okay. How did all three of them see it? Were they all sitting on one seat? Oh, right, one of them's the driver. Okay, never mind, sorry. You know, and always erasing, but like every non-Japanese in this game has been erasing.
Hold it!
This all seems pretty normal. Huh? Okay, Jura. You look pretty rich yourself, buddy. What? That's really cool. Oh no. Oh no. We've really got to turn this around. You're literally wearing purple, the most expensive color back in the day. Exactly! Look at him! Oh my god. Okay, 6 jurors. We've lost 2 of them. 4 to go. Also, he's playing with a knife in court. We're in England! They don't have rules here. How did you see it?
Hold it!
In the front. You walk around? Collapsed on the floor, you say? Collapsed on the floor, you say? We'd quite like to add that to the court record. Collapsed on the floor, you say? No, please don't vote. Please don't vote. Eat the rich. Okay, you're forgiven, baby. Okay, one more vote and we've lost, but we can wait it back. We can make it middling. Uh-oh. No, please don't vote as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, okay, we can't pull it back from here. It's not majority? Okay, okay. the fact that he was on the floor to the record so I can present evidence against it? Ryuu is so cute.
Hold it!
Okay, so they're sitting next to each other properly. Interesting. Why did I think they were across from each other? Wait. So you didn't see him actually stab him? Okay, and here goes another one. That's fine. We can't let him do anything about this yet. Let's put that in the record then, please. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. So it's Magnus's knife and Magnus's guns. Guns? Gloves. Sorry, my little words.
Objection!
He's so polite. Little look around.
Objection!
Oh my god. Okay, yes sir, sorry sir, yes sir. I'm like, ooh, objection. And Benzax is like, objection! Yes sir. Let me look at it. Let me look at it. Let me into the court record. No, I don't want to present. I just want to look at the record. What have we got here?
Hold it!
Tell me more about this. I'm waiting for one of these two to have a tell so I can like pursue them, but everything seems really within the ordinary right now. I've noticed that Ryu only looks at his hands after slamming the desk when he fails to make a big sound. That's so cute. What the hell? That is so cute. It's like he's trying to do the full Phoenix Wright desk slam and it doesn't work. He's like, wait, what? Huh? What? Ah! Okay, so it was really cold. Uh-oh. I'm really writing this out in prayer that it's, like, scripted. Hopefully I'm not actually failing the case right now. I just don't see what I'm supposed to present against anything, because the only discrepancies I've found I can't, like, present against them because they're just in the statement. Maybe I need to pursue on them. Who are we missing? The little knitting old lady? Yeah. So your moustache is a horseshoe? Great! Okay, cool. Someone on our side still. Legs, I'm scared. Old lady, you're our only excuse. I mean, hope. Yeah. Shylock? Is that like a Sherlock? Well, I don't know any Sherlocks. I only know a Herlock. He's contributing to the public transport system. Arrow kinda scary, huh? This looks really quite terribly bad.
Hold it!
Hello? Cece's kind of bashing capitalism right now, and not gonna lie, that's a bit hot. Yeah, it is. Huh? Okay, new evidence. Plug, plug, plug. But that's nothing to our client. You wouldn't kill someone over 20 guineas. Okay, this ledger is illegible. Interesting. That's the witness. Come on. So the witness has stakes in getting him. Interesting. Is that the only name we can recover from this? Yeah, okay. And then doesn't appear to be anything on the back. Okay, cool. Oh! Uh-oh, Granny's mad. Please don't vote yet. Please don't vote yet. I have a lot of things to say before you vote. Please, please, please. No! No! Uh-oh. Now what? Face down on the table. Unpog. This is so not PogChamp. Fuck. Shit. Shit, fuck. Fuck and shit. You've got us a loophole, right? Yes, a footnote! We love footnotes! Cover the defense block! The defense block, Susato! Please! Please! I object. I have objections. Please, faster. Faster, please. Just the footnote. Great. Cool. Let's do that.
Objection!
But it is a procedure. No longer practiced, but not outlawed. His armband, yeah, he's got to straighten it. Kazuma was beefier. Oh! Let's do it, please, let's do it, please. Please, please. I am not a defense barrister, so there's that. I am just a little guy. I'm suggesting we do it. He's suggesting we do it. And we're not self-respecting either. I have no shame.
Objection!
And what about it?
Objection!
Dad? He's so polite. Pog. If you're so sure, then why are you scared, huh? You were voted a little early, huh? You don't really have good reasons. They all just wanted to go for tea. Judicial findings. Poor man on the floor, you say? How was he on the seat if he was stabbed on the floor? One of you saying stabbed next to, one of you saying stabbed on the floor. £4, but the driver was paid 20p total? Keys, you're so good at math. That makes 5! I didn't even catch that. My math is bad. That's okay, Ryu. We've got Keys on our side, and Keys is smart as hell. Ruby means this is that or I'll stop doing quick math. She deserves only love and kindness. She is so sweet. Okay. You will pull this off, Ryu. Yeah! Okay, okay, we've got this. Let's pit you against you.
Objection!
This little pacing? Beloved. Get the ass for you. Turns out math is different in England. Sounds like perhaps there was someone else. He's doing so well! He looks so competent and cool. He has the Phoenix grid, I'm passing away, right? Naruhodo family line, my beloved. Hug! Hug! Excellent. We're pulling it back. Get his ass. Oh, she's so cute. I'll do anything to see you to smile like that again, Susato. Okay. So then we've got... He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Versus... stabbing that poor man on the floor. We can pit those two against each other.
Objection!
I like that he brought the katana with him. Kazuma said take this and he was like, yes sir, right into court sir. Kazuma is with us. He is. Why the dickens would they lie indeed? Perhaps something to do with a little bit of debt? How are they weighted back to even now? That's 3 to 6. Yes, I'm using magic. And not just reason. And common sense. And maths. So it's called a uniform. He was only stabbed once, right? A single stab, it's impossible. Sure. Okay. Okay. You thought I was bluffing.
Take that!
These scales don't quite make sense. We're currently 6-4, but we're leaning to innocent. If anyone here updates it, I'm gonna riot. Yeah. Oh god, the updated autopsy report. That was such a moment. That's okay, we've got a photo too. Bizarre. So stop being creepy. I agree. Not a fan of the knife licking. He's still going! My god, he's smelling the aromas. Has it got notes of rose? Oh my god! Sir? Sir? The organ theme? Hello? Oh no, is he about to fuck our shit up? This? He's so cool. He's so cool. I wish he was not very distinctly not on our side. Oh no, he's pulling the tits out. Did you do perjury, Beppo? He's like 100, he probably just forgot. I see, okay. Okay, so the fare was 5 pence in the end. Not ideal. The trips aren't worth it for him if he doesn't. Oof. Oof! 10 pence for a bus fare? He's just cold, leave him alone. Yeah, maybe if you paid your workers better, they wouldn't be needing to skim money off the top. Ruby! Hi! Welcome to court. We are doing our very fucking best, but the prosecutor is scary, and the case looks bad, and it's our first time in a court of law in England, and we only barely know what we're doing. Can I look across to a little? No, I can't look across right now. Okay. The court case is going, we very nearly lost it, and then we did like an antiquated procedure, and we're able to convince the jury, we've got a jury this time, that it didn't quite add up. But the prosecutor wasn't allowed to talk during that bit, so it felt like it was going very well, and then the prosecutor started talking, and now it's not doing very well. Why aren't you sure that he stabbed him? Why do you look so petrified? Thinking about pursuing that, but we'll wait. You perjured yourself, Beppo? You did a little of perjury? Where does the driver sit? I suppose they sit here. Even so, how did he see it through the skylight? If he's sitting here, and he turns around, there's a chair in the way. We do a little perjury. And what do you mean he was on the floor? In the photo, isn't he on a chair? I don't understand how we keep coming back to this. Clearly he was not on the floor at any point. The blood is also on the chair.
Struth!
Hello.
Excuse me.
Ionosuke is so cute. He's just baby. Wait till you see him get up and pace around in trial. I need to go back over the history. Hang on, I've lost track of this. Okay, so Beppo didn't see the moment of the stabbing. We talked of fair play. I'll be honest, I'm a little lost here. Not even in terms of like what happened, I just don't understand what exactly I'm being asked. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crimes are committed? Well, I don't think he had line of sight, if we're talking about Beppo, which I'm not sure that we are. I think it's no chance the conductor saw it. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Okay, cool. Supplementary testimony. Please go right ahead, Mr. Fairplay. Blood-soaked hands?
Hold it!
There was a little bit of blood on his gloves. Okay. Covered in blood, you say? Okay. Well, we know that there wasn't blood all over them. There was a little bit of blood on his glove. And this guy's bleeding from the abdomen. But it's not like there was gore splattered everywhere. Oh, okay. I've run out of free presses, it seems. And only on one glove, yeah. Blood-soaked hand, not hands. Alright, let's go over to the last statement. And let's present the gloves.
Objection!
Covered in it, you say? I think you're lying to get yourself out of debt, Mr. Fairplay. His objection is so soft sounding. Yeah, he's so cute. At least he started objecting now, because at the start he would just raise his hands like he was in class and say, yeah! He's getting so much better at lawyering. He can desk slam and everything.
Objection!
Baroque, you are so drama.
Objection!
Get his ass, Ryu. We know exactly why you might lie. Yes, ma'am. Van Zyx is a lot, yeah. We've got a whole ass vampire man. Yes, sir.
Take that!
He's a vampire? They call him the Reaper of the Courts. No one wanted to take this case, so we were given it, because everyone was too scared to go up against Baroque. But yeah, he was wearing a cloak at the start, and he keeps getting out, like a wine glass and filling it up. He absolutely is a vampire, don't let him drink you. Get his ass, Ryu! I find it really funny that mcgilded has yet to appear in his own trial, right? I'm surprised that he's like on the dock instead of standing next to us. My lord! So we have outright perjury.
Objection!
What have you got first? Uh-oh. So whose gloves are these? Oh, Ryu! Judge is getting sick of your shit. But then it wasn't his hands. Exactly. I don't have a clear picture of what happened here, but I believe wholeheartedly in our client's innocence. That sure isn't what testimony's about. But we're getting that. Both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. Make it make
Hold
sense. Now, isn't that interesting? So whose blood is this? Whose blood and whose gloves? What? This is getting more and more confusing.
Hold it!
Okay. Why's that? Benzique's actually kind of helped that. Yeah, he sure did. So let's go over the hands. We've got a pair of gloves with blood on them on one hand. We've got the police officer saying that Barrock had no blood on his hands, and we've got the witnesses reporting that someone in the cart had blood on both of their hands. We've got 3 pairs of hands going on here. There's no, like, tricks to the... We're in the cabin. I don't see how they would have seen anyone sitting on this side. But then even so, I'm curious about this little drawer-looking thing here. This side doesn't have a handle. But this side does. Like, you could pull it down and hide in there. But also, yeah, they were sitting on one side. How do they see the bit directly underneath them?
Objection!
Ooh. Down here.
Take that!
It's free hiding spot. And notably, that's where that secret little handle is. And if they were, like, hiding,
Objection!
then they wouldn't pay the fee, and there would be no, like, knowledge of a 5th passenger. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think I can put a name to them at all. You're making me feel like I should be able to, though. I have no idea! The killer. My answer is the killer. It was Phoenix Ray. You carry a katana. What? Oh my god. Way to put some... When I was looking at the handle thingy before, I couldn't check it. It was just the like seat where he was like, oh my god, this seat looks soft, but it's actually really hard. I'll have another look, see if I can get it. Okay, no identity hints on this then. Bruce Fireplay was the only name we could recover from this. Yeah, okay. I don't have another name to put to this, so if I say I have an inkling and then it asks me, I'm not gonna know what to present. So I'm gonna be honest, and we'll see where this gets us. Thank you, miss. Okay, we're putting forward a name. Yes. Yes, sir, I sure am. I don't have any limitations. Guess we are a fool, and what of it? What? What? Okay. It wasn't these two. You know, I'm leaning towards Magnus, but tell me what you've got. What have you got, kids? Because if he was stabbed from beside him, then Magnus wasn't sitting beside him, right? Magnus is the one on the other side, but that feels like I'm really throwing it out there. But yeah, it wasn't Susato or Strongheart. Surely it wasn't Strongheart, right? I mean, Magnum. Yeah, okay, cool. On the same page.
Take that!
Just throw absolutely everyone for a loop. This also does not really help us because we have still argued a fifth party is here and we have not proved who the fifth party is, even a little bit. Eric, stop wasting wine. I don't think it's wine. I think it's like, it's just like water, water flavored red. He threw his wine into the fire. He's like that. At least he's not throwing it at us. Like, this is an improvement over Goddard, you know? Normally the beverage ends up on the defense. It's grape juice.
Objection!
Connor did that to you? He was obsessed with coffee. So whenever someone said something he didn't like, he would throw the coffee directly onto Phoenix's face. Hang on, I'm trying to remember if I retweeted it. I saw a cute, like, animation about it yesterday. I'll take it up and put the link in the chat.
Objection!
Get him, Ryuu.
Objection!
Okay, and we'll find it later.
Objection!
Look at you go, Ryuu! You're so smart and clever! So Baroque, I'm getting fed up with your raisins. Yeah. Problematic fave indeed. Well, he was asleep. He was asleep! Ryuu knows what it's like to sleep through a murder. He was asleep! Don't be an ass! Get him on the stand. I want to hear from him. More testimony is always good. This really makes me miss the DL6 case though. Please illuminate this matter for us. Huh? And you didn't say anything about it? Huh? Huh? Bro, you were accused of murder. Is your argument gonna be that you killed a guy in front of a child and then helped the child? Like, what? Where are you going with this, Magnus? Huh? What?
Objection!
Bizarre. Huh? What? What the fuck? Did a child just light the courtroom on fire to escape? Where are we? Okay, Faraday, is that you? I haven't played the investigations games, but my impression of Kay is that she's chaos embodied. Beloved. To be continued. Jesus fucking Christ. What a bizarre turn of events. Make it make sense. I do think we'll call it here though, since today was always going to be a shorter stream. And we can get through the rest of the game. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, I'm not sure. I will see. Probably around this time though. All I know is she's a force of chaos and also Miles' daughter. Yeah, that seems more or less correct. Alright. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. It is always so fun to play this on stream and have everyone talk, and it just makes me really happy. And we'll call it there. Bye!